So the other day on a video, it was like nighttime, I wasn't showing my face. Audio, I believe I erased it or whatever, but I was explaining in that video um, that I was a Heyoka Empath, also Archangel, which you guys know if you've been following me. But Heyoka means sacred clown. Sacred means closely connected to the gods or the god. And clown, you guys know that it's somebody that makes jokes and is comical. So um, put that together or whatever when we talk about a Heyoka Empath. It's like I speak the truth and speak about God in like a comical way. And yeah, my personality, like I told you guys, is sarcastic and funny. Even when I'm displaying examples, some people may think that it's funny, but you can't. Even if you never heard about the knowledge that I'm saying, the stuff that I present to you and what I'm saying, if you have a connection with God, you can kind of see it's the truth. I can reach even the most difficult of people, even if they don't admit it, they can still somehow see it my way in a certain aspect, because it's kind of like the way that I teach, as far as like, especially when I'm teaching um about like gang stalkers and stuff like that, or because I don't know that much about who was getting them to do that until last night when I did research. I thought it was just enemies and stuff like that who didn't like me, but I found out it's much deeper than that. But most of the time when I speak on karma or I'm exposing people, especially if I'm like, oh, you're gonna get this or karma, I speak from a truth aspect. Like I could switch stuff around and let people see like the whole picture on how would you feel if that was being done to you. Even like with the Kevin Samuels thing, it's like the guy who wrote that nasty comment underneath my page, whatever, which is fine, whatever, do what you want to do. We have freedom of speech. But in general, the video I made, it's like, where's the comment now? And, yeah, and I'm not trying to be like, oh, I got you, I told you off, nothing like that. But just if you really think about it, it's like if you support somebody like Kevin Samuels, then support him all the way. It's like you know that you wouldn't want your daughter to call in on there, even if you told her not to and she did it behind your back, and everybody in the comments just talking about it or whatever. But I'm not gonna get back on the Kevin Samuels things because I already said what I have to say. But it's like you gotta start thinking about it. It's okay for you to do somebody else's child like that or somebody else's mother like that, but you know you wouldn't want it done to you. And these people didn't even do nothing to you, but we're bitter and angry if we speak about it. We're mad because we're plus size or because some of us have too many kids, and it doesn't make a lot of sense. Because the way I explained it, if I was to get online and do that, and trust me, just like a lot of people have a mouthy mouth, I have a really bad mouth. That's why I try not to get mad. Even online when I was going off on some gang stalkers and stuff like that, y'all saw a little bit of my mean side. I can get even lower than that, and it's not bragging like y'all don't. I'm not doing all that. It is what it is. But anybody can be mean, but it takes like a bigger person to stand outside the crowd and have some kind of integrity about you. So I just said it. But anyway, let me get into what I was saying about karma. So what I found out, because like I said, I gotta stop erasing videos. When I first started this channel, I told the story about my abusive father and how he not only abused me, but other women's kids. That, from what I heard, he abused other women's kids that he was married to and dating for a long time and stuff like that. And for a long time, I was mad because the stuff that he did affected me. And I was just like, because I used to see my dad a lot. I used to go to this club called the Red Rooster when it used to be over here on MLK. It's not over here anymore. It's somewhere else, but because they moved it. But I remember I used to go there all the time. Sometimes I go with a family member, and I remember I used to see my dad in the club, and he would just act like it was no big deal, like hey or whatever. Like he didn't do anything wrong, and I would, hug him and stuff like that. He'd be like, all right, man, I love you when he see me by. And when he would see me and say bye, like it wasn't nothing. But to a certain extent, it's like I never wish bad on my dad, but it's kind of like you wanted something to happen so people can see that what they're doing is not okay, that they're not getting away with it. And when I got back in touch with my brother, even though me and him not cool no more, whatever, I lost respect for him. He told me a lot of things. Like he would tell me my dad would go and tell them, oh, I saw Maya in the club. She got big and blah blah. And you talking about your daughter who you abused and wasn't even her life like that or whatever. So it's like that kind of make that can the stuff that I've been through. Like I said, and only a true empath and a godly person can come out like this. Like I should hate men. I could be 10 times worse than Kevin Samuels. Shut him all the way down, and men that follow him and rip me pride apart, because I kind of have like a innocent side to me. Like I'm very nice, and then I also have like a little dingy side or whatever what people want to say and stuff like that, where I don't too know too much, but then I'm super smart, especially since I had my spiritual awakening. I can, if I wanted to, I could get over on anybody, and you don't have to be no top notch supermodel to do that or whatever. And as you can see, so a lot of people that get over on some people, you be like, why was he talking to her? So it's like, for me to rise above that and not actually come out of what I came out of and not be on no revenge type stuff and hate men, then it's like anybody can come out, because I can do stuff that I wouldn't even tell. And you don't have to tell everything. You can just tell stuff so people can get a general idea or whatever. It's not like you being fake or nothing, but it's like some things are not for anybody to know except you and God. And that's in everybody's life. So anybody who tries to debunk that, they're being fake and lying. So anyway, like I was saying, what else did I want to say? Oh yeah, so like, I get irritated. Like I said, I wasn't gonna get online and talk about gang stalkers, blah 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 blah. The little bit that I did last night, where I was showing you the character of people that are gang stalkers, like the guy who was talking to the Asian woman. It's like these people, they're not only, to me, they're demonically possessed or just really low level people or whatever. Even Psyche said, you got some dark people following you. These are like, you have to have like no soul or a conscience, because if you have a conscience or empathy, it's like something in you will be like, man, let me stop. I don't care if I'm getting paid or not. My self-respect and my dignity and who I am as a man or a woman wouldn't let me to get on a lower level like that and sit and watch somebody all every day, no matter how much money, because you know you wouldn't want it done to you. But it's like, what I found out from me dealing with evil people, especially like my dad, what I found out is when God lets you go a long time without anything bad happening to you, when the karma finally does happen, it can actually wipe you out. Like that last time I saw my dad was what, like 3 years ago? 3.5 years ago, 4 years ago, whatever. And he saw me, and it's like he just kind of acted like it wasn't really like no big deal or whatever. Like didn't really try to really just apologize or say nothing. And then next thing I know, like about a couple of months later, I got a call saying he had a stroke in his brain and they were gonna pull the plug or whatever. So I'm not saying I have the power to end a person's life, but God sits back and sees everything. But God not only has mercy on people that are getting attacked, because he experienced that when he was down here, and I said that before, so he knows what we're feeling and what we're going through. He has mercy for the gang stalkers too, to a certain extent, because he knows what's coming for them. So when you give him a long time to kind of play it out, it's kind of like he's trying to give you courtesy. And that's what another narrator said. They give you warnings and courtesy from the universe to stop, to stop, to stop. Because remember, I have spirit guides around me seeing everything. I have ancestors down here. God made me go through all this stuff because I have a mission to do, to speak out. So that's a distraction. Like even earlier today, I was playing some music on my Bluetooth or whatever, and wasn't feeling too good. I kept getting phone calls. Whenever I don't post for a while, I'll get phone calls every day. It's a phone call. I'm not posting or something like that. Random numbers just calling. You know, it's somebody calling to pester you. But y'all, that's why I said people that do stuff like that have no faith in God, because it's like okay, if especially okay, even if you don't believe in God, if I'm posting tarot readings and you don't have to care or not. This is just a general, what I'm saying. I'm just putting it out there for people who want to listen. If I'm posting tarot readings online with people calling out the truth of what's going on, and these people don't know you, have never had personal conversations with you, they're doing general readings, and that's if you don't get a personal reading. These people don't know you, never met you a day in your life, but they're calling out stuff that you're doing. That lets you know that we're constantly being recorded and watched by the universe. So if they know that, and it's angels and spirit guides telling them, regardless of some of them are witches, because all of them are not witches. People tie in tarot readings to witches and dark arts because some witches do it, but it's also some spiritual people do it. If you can hear in their readings where they're talking about the Most High and God and stuff like that, you can tell somebody's spirit if they're of a darkness or they're a light. So I just said it, but in general, it's like, if you're being recorded and they're calling it out, they'll let you know it's a higher power even above that sees everything. And the people that like me that are being protected and stuff, only thing these demons can do, they can agitate you and stuff like that. Can't nobody take your life unless the Most High, they get a go from the Most High, because he's the one that brought you into the world, so he's the one that can take you out. Yes, God can back up and say, okay, that's a lost cause. We're just gonna let the devil take them out, but you can't get it unless God says that you can do something you can't do it because God it made Satan. So let's just you just get that out of your mind or whatever. But anyway, going back to what I was saying, you can't think for 1 second that what you're doing that it's not going to be no repayment for it. And to a certain extent, it's like this is how you know you messing with devils. It's no shame there. It's no, even when I was online talking about these blah 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 blah. It's like no shame. They don't care that it gets funny. I'll go outside an hour or two after I made a post like that, and they'll still follow right behind and want me to know obviously they doing it. So it's like that's how you know it could be enemies, but it's more on the government doesn't like what you're doing too, because it's like ain't nobody in their right mind, even if they don't like you, gonna sit out there and watch your apartment every day. Even on days you're gonna post, just ain't nobody in a logical mind gonna do that. Even people that aren't spiritual not gonna do that. So that's how you know it's something deeper. And if you know you're speaking truth, if they doing it, because if I just online talking crazy, this is this, and the sky is yellow or something like that, it's like people not gonna listen to you. They're gonna laugh and click off. Maybe every now and then look and laugh. Ain't nobody gonna wait outside your home for that. That's how you know that you're pissing the devil off and you're saying stuff that you're saying stuff that you're getting downloads from the most whatever and from your ancestors and stuff like that, but you're seeing stuff that's angering the devil because he don't want to be found out. So that's just something to think about. I had to come on and make this video and just express what I'm currently feeling and stuff. I know sometimes my posts can be funny because I hear some of the gang stalkers laughing at some of the stuff that I say. And some of the stuff I do say, I do try to be funny. Like, for example, when I was talking about like Daniel and the lion's den and how that part of the Bible, I thought that was fake or whatever. Because yes, God has the power to stop a lion from eating a person, but just on a regular aspect, you know that that's not real or whatever. I mean, and that's why I put the guy in the zoo or whatever. Some stuff I do say to try to be funny, but some stuff I'm being serious. So whether people think that's funny or try to make fun of me or not or whatever, it's here and there. Another thing, like I wasn't trying to be funny when I put that T.I. thing when he was on Punk and snitching. That was serious when I was adding it in. I wasn't trying to be funny. The day before yesterday when I put that men need to be more like leaders and stuff like that and good men. And I'm not, when I say stuff like that, I'm not bashing all men. You have to remember that I can be neutral as much as I can, but I'm still a woman, so I'm speaking from a woman's point of view. Like, we're the helpmate, we're here to help, we're here to encourage you, lift you up, but we're not here to be your providers and stuff like that. So equal give and take, you have to think about it. If it's equal give and take, then we're gonna both be on an equal level. If you want to be treated like a person and want a higher person want us to be submissive to you, then you have to put yourself on a higher level where we're actually have something to be submissive about. So I just said it, and that's the truth of the matter. So when I put that Salt and Pepper What a Man, those 90s songs encourage me to they bring back like that innocent, free, loving spirit back in the 90s when music was good and real to me. Even if they were doing the secret transgender agenda thing, the music, the vibe was still real or whatever. It wasn't all about big old butts and how much money do the men make and can you make me come quick or whatever, or eat my butt. It wasn't about that. Sometimes I listen to their music, sometimes just like, you be in a little ratchet mood around the house when you clean it up and you want to dance, but that ain't nothing to ever take nothing serious with or anything like that, especially when you get more older and mature minded. So when I put that song with a man, that encourages, how do I say it? Because people don't think I'm trying to be funny. That like just puts you like on a chill level, like you get back to like just the good old times. And for me and listening to it, they went along with what I was saying, like Angie Stone Black Brother, her song, or What a Man That Make You Feel Like, oh, I want to be a good man, I want a woman to sing that about me. So I don't see what was so funny about that or whatever, but people can laugh if they want to laugh. I don't know if they're trying to be funny and make fun of me, or if they just laughing because they thought it was cute or whatever. But in general, it's like after a while, it's like that's what I'm trying to figure out. How long is the gang stalking gonna go on? But I found that when you ignore them more, they still don't stop. You speak on it, they still won't do it. So it's just like your faith is in the Most High's hands. When the rapture comes, you guys are gonna be the ones that are gonna get taken out too. Because if you gang stalk and get paid for it, then like somebody else said online, if y'all do that, you most definitely gonna take the chip. That's what the guy said that I watch online that talks about gang stalking, because you're working for Satan. So it's just something to think about. Anyway, I just wanted to vent and talk about this matter. So It's my video for today.